Hi, this is Beebee. I'm here with my dog Ruby. This is Hustle Cat. We're reading to a cat. It's not weird. Or is it? She noticed me falter. I pretend like I was taking a break to cough, then get back to reading. She climbs onto the back of the couch and walks towards me. Guess she's still stretching. I keep reading. But then I feel two paws on my shoulder, and before I know it, a cat's curled around my neck. Not just any cat, a Mason cat. Is this okay? I can move. No, it's fine. It's nice. I think so, she says. This is weird. This is super weird. I'm getting flustered by a cat. Am I weird for that? I'm definitely weird in a weird situation. That's correct. You should be fucking ashamed. It's so weird that weird is starting to sound weird. She says, you were saying? Oh, right. So, I mean, she's outright cuddling with you, and it's supposed to be passable because she's in cat form. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. She's snuggling with you, and she thinks she can hide behind being tiny. I see you. I pick up as best I can. I think I'm reading the same paragraph for a second time, but Mason doesn't seem to notice or mind. What's that rumble on the back of my neck? Oh, it makes sense that she'd purr as a cat, but wow, what's that supposed to mean? I read more and she grows quiet. I turn my head to ask her why, and I get my answer. She's fallen asleep. Should I wake her up? It's only 10 p.m. That's not late at all. Though if I consider how early she's at the cafe every day. I asked a lot of her to come out this late and listen to me. She isn't even interested in breaking the curse right now. Why'd she come out? Is it... Nah, forget it. What do you fucking think, my dude? We'll have to try again, maybe next cooking lesson. In the meantime, I might as well get back to reading. I don't want to disturb her. I wake up on the couch with the book in my lap and a crick in my neck. When did I fall asleep? I don't even remember it. I feel a warm lump at my side. Is that Mason? No, just Mochi. What are you doing, you sack of cat food? Be nice to your cat. He flops over belly up and makes biscuits in the air at me. I look at him mug for attention. But seriously, where did she go? She's not anywhere on the couch. She probably went home. Maybe she slept somewhere else? I unfold my creaky legs and look around. Mason? Hey! She's not in here. I peek into the bedroom. Not in there either. What the hell? How would she leave? She can't open doors. I don't remember opening the door either. Unless I sleepwalked. That wouldn't be the strangest thing to happen to me lately, but I doubt it's likely. I see a flurry of movement from the corner of my eye. Is it her? No, just the tree branch outside the window. Oh, maybe that's how. Did she climb out the window? Why? It's way earlier than I usually get up, but I feel wide awake. 'Cause she didn't sign up for a sleepover. There's no use getting back to sleep while a certain cat chef is at large. Might as well go out for breakfast. Maybe I'll find her along the way. As I shower and putter around the apartment, I try to think of where she could have gone. She's always got somewhere to be, so I guess it's wherever that is. It's not like she could have another job, right? Or like a secret date friend? Or maybe, I think back to what Reese said, maybe she's in trouble or causing trouble? That can't be it. She's not like that. Mate, do you not remember seeing her earlier here at this place specifically? But whatever. I mean, we've established Avery's a little bit forgetful. I got ready at a grossly early time. Graves was right. I really am getting used to the cursed Daystar or whatever nerdy thing he called it. I have made a genuine effort over quarantine to maintain some kind of sleep schedule in which I wake up before noon. Within 24 hours of my getting it right, it's all fucked up again. I have the complete opposite sleep cycle of a normal human being. I, I want to be up all night. I want to sleep all day, but I don't even party hard. Anyway, Mason's probably at the cafe doing prep, so I don't actually know if anyone's opened the floor yet or not. I might even beat Landry to work, assuming he didn't sleep there. I've got a key now, but it feels weird to just, show up. What if Mason isn't there yet, and it's just me and a bunch of cats? Okay, cat fetishist. What if Grace is wandering around in his pajamas? I don't want to see that. Oh, you don't? I'll kill time before I go in. Does he wear pajamas? I'm thinking he wears, a uh, Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown and and hat. I want donuts anyway. This place has the best donuts. I feel like I've had them recently, even though I haven't been here in a while. Maybe they're just so good it feels like it was only yesterday. The owner's absorbed in his own world of coffee and the newspaper. I stand at the counter for a few seconds, waiting for him to notice me. He doesn't. Excuse me? I see his hand reach out, but it's only to scratch the head of the sleeping cat next to him. It hits me as hard as Mason probably punches. I know that cat. Why is she... Ah! The owner says, yourself. I hear ya. What do you want? We say, oh, sorry, donuts, please. He says, yeah, I got those. Yeah, haha. Do you know how many fucking times Avery has been like, oh yeah, haha, like through this whole game? Like, I feel like we could have trimmed down the fat just a little bit. Store owner says, what do you want? Or are you gonna make me guess? His demeanor is so familiar. I glance down at Mason, asleep without a care in the world. Cat's not included with donuts. Pick what you want unless you're gonna stand there catching flies. We say, oh sorry, 2 chocolate please. The owner says, seems way familiar. He turns to get the donuts. Mason hasn't stirred. I'm starting to get nervous. I hope she doesn't freak out as she sees me. We say, so you like cats? Store owner says, never cared either way. Nice to have the company. We say, so she keeps you company? Are you all alone here? Usually, he says. No family or anything? We ask. He takes his time putting the donuts in a wax paper bag, meticulously folding the top over and over. He drops the bag on the counter and turns away. You're being very rude, Avery, he says. Not anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, we say. Why, did you do something to him? He says. No, I just mean in general, I guess, just as a saying, an expression of empathy, dear sir. He reaches for, I reach for the donuts, even though I don't need them anymore. The foot in my mouth doesn't leave much room for food. We say, so, do you know anybody named Mason? Ow! Before I can even finish, Mason is a blur. Suddenly she's on me. There's a sharp pain in my hand, a lot of hissing, and a little blood. We're screaming, hey, hey! He pulls Mason off me, back behind the counter. She's spitting fury, trying to get at me. I'm too shocked to even move. The store owner says, what did you do to her? We say, nothing. I didn't do anything. You saw me. The store owner says, look, you should go. Yeah, for fucking real. We say, sorry. Oh, the donuts, sorry. I leave the donuts on the counter and make a run for the door. He can't sell them once he's packaged them up. You just cost this dude. I keep running well past the point where I can see the corner store. My hand stings like hell, and I think I see some beads of blood at the corners. But that's not what bothers me. What the hell was her problem? Should I even go to work? She'll be there later. What if she goes after me then, too? I don't think she'd do that, but I also didn't think she'd scratch me. And look where we are now. She didn't scratch you, dude. She bit you. Which is fucking feral. My pace slows until I'm just short of puttering along. I could go home, but I don't think I have any peroxide or bandages. Like, yes, she's a cat, so, like, it's like, haha, kind of weird. But, like, if she was in person form, she probably would have, like, hit you, which is not fucking acceptable. But don't panic. She's not canceled yet. It'll be okay. So, anyway. And do you know where I'd go for that? The corner store. I can't wrap my head around it. There's not a first aid kit at the cafe? I don't think so. Not with all those cats around. Whatever's the cause, it's hard to feel sympathy for someone who just messed up my hand. I'm not feeling any better when I approach the cafe. Dude, one time, like I've mentioned before, my dog and my parents' dogs, she's a good girl, my Ruby Doobie. She's a very, very good girl. But she, does not prefer to be around other dogs. And so on occasion they get into like little arguments. And very rarely is anybody injured in any way. And usually it's like a tiny injury that's mostly accidental, I believe. Like the worst thing is she's got a little boo-boo right now that we're going to the vet tomorrow just to make sure it's all healing nicely and everything. But humbug, he bit her lip. So, but I separated them once, and my mom's dog caught me with his teeth. And, like, it wasn't a hard bite. Like, it wasn't a puncture. It was more of a scrape. But it fucking hurt, dude. Like, being bit by an animal is, like, a different kind of pain, like, in addition to the shock. But they've only fought, I think, a handful of times in, like, the last year and a half. So they get along 90% of the time. And then on occasion, because he's a puppy, and, well, he's actually almost a year old. He's a year old now, a year and a half. So he's still, like, pretty doofy. And she's, a very regal old lady. And so he gets on her nerves. Not defending it. We keep them separated now most of the time just to avoid people getting into arguments because there's no point. And part of my job as her owner is to make sure that she doesn't get in situations where she can hurt herself or others. So that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do, huh? Yeah. Anyway, whoa, we got off track. I'm not feeling any better when I approach the cafe. I see some people-shaped objects in the window. People are here, so I better snap out of it. That looks like Landry and Hayes? I know Hayes won't pry, but Landry's such a mama bird. Well, nothing to do but go for it. Landry's very sweet. I do kind of regret we couldn't do his route the first time, but it is what it is. I hope you guys download the game and play for yourself. His route's very interesting. I take a deep breath and prepare myself, then open the door. I actually never played through with Hayes. I don't know what his is like. Maybe I will on my own time, but anyway. Oh, hey, Avery. That's Landry. Oh my gosh, what happened? We better get you patched up. Oh no, Avery, come here. And that's Hayes. We have a first aid kit in the bathroom. They're both such sweet babies. Very good boys. We say, thanks. Hayes runs to the bathroom for the kit. I duck in to wash my hands and sit in the chair Landry's pulled up. Thanks, guys. It's no big deal. It's just a scratch. Landry says it's best to treat it quickly and effectively. You shouldn't risk infection. And what they say is if you don't know for sure that the cat that bit you or the animal that bit you is vaccinated for rabies, you have to do the rabies like triad or of shots or what have you, because otherwise you do not want rabies. But I don't think, can human cats get rabies? I don't want to find out. Hayes says you don't know where strays have been. You could get something like cat scratch fever. We say, I thought that was just a song. He says, a song? Never mind. Landry says, it was a stray though, right? It wasn't one of the cats here or your cat? We say, yeah, it was a wild stray. Landry says, okay, I'd be worried if we had a cat who'd become aggressive. How do you tell him it's our chef who's become aggressive? Landry says, but be careful, leave it to Graves to bring in new cats. However he corrals them, he does it well. It just occurred to me. I'm terrified of the idea. All these cats. What if they're people? Dun dun dun. As Hayes patches me up, I peer past them both towards the kitchen. Maybe I've made a mistake. Maybe it wasn't Mason. Could have been a coincidence where some random could have been a coincidence where some random cat hates the sound of my voice. It's possible, isn't it? Hayes says, first Mason doesn't show up, and now this. I knew I felt bad about today. My mouth dries up, and I feel my heart stutter. She's not here? Where is she? What if she doesn't come in at all, and it's my fault? It wouldn't be your fault. That's her own issue. Landry says, Hayes, don't get too worked up. We've dealt with all sorts of weird things here, right? We can handle a cat scratch and a little cooking. Those rank pretty low on the weirdometer. Weirdometer? Weirdometer. We say, what do you mean Mason didn't show up? Where is she? Landry says, I don't know. We haven't heard anything. But don't worry. She might just be sick or something, you know? Yeah, she can't exactly, like, call in. We're kind of lax about missed days. You can't exactly call out sick with cat paws. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. But still, it's not like her to not show up. She's never missed a day. Not once? But I make a pretty mean grilled cheese sandwich, and Hayes is good in the kitchen too, right, Hayes? Hayes says, maybe not on this scale, but I can try. I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone. They're so calm about it, but there's a ball of anger simmering in my gut and bubbling up in my throat. Maybe Reese was right. Maybe I'm going to get treated like this if I get close to her. We'll resolve our internal drama in the next episode. Bye bye bye.